guys, I wanted to share my predictions with you for tonight's episode and for the mid-season finale. I can't believe that it's already here. I feel like it's just now October 23rd and we're figuring out who Negan kills. I can't believe that it's already at the mid-season finale. I want to say spoiler alert because I will be taking information from the little sneak peeks from AMC and from the comics because I am a comic reader. I know that it varies, but I will take some things that I might think will happen from there. The first thing that I want to remind everyone of, or maybe tell you guys for the first time if you didn't notice, was in the very first episode, in the dream sequence where it shows a pregnant Sasha and Abraham and Glenn and Maggie with their kid. In that same frame, they kept Morgan in the frame. In front of Morgan is 4 candles. He leans over, he puts out 2 candles, and then he leans back and leaves the other 2 candles lit. I think it's a little bit too obvious for everyone to see, and I think that that does mean something. I think that it could mean that there was just 2 deaths and there will be 2 more deaths, or 2 deaths and 2 new lives, like possibly Sasha's pregnant and Maggie and Glenn's child. I'm going to go for the sake of this video with that there's 2 more deaths. Now from the sneak peeks, we see that this episode is going to focus a lot around Carl and Negan. Carl sneaking into the sanctuary. Now, I really would like to think that they get the comic storyline, which is Negan messes around with Carl, makes him take off his eye patch. One thing that is hard to account for because they're not in the comics and they could kind of go any way is Judith and Daryl. And I wanted to bring up that I do think Daryl is going to escape. I don't know if it's going to be in this episode or if it's going to be in the next episode, but I think it's possible that Dwight or Sherry helps him get out. I don't know where he's going to go. I don't know what he's going to do. That I have no idea, but I do believe that he will get out. Now, as far as this whole Carl and Negan thing goes, Judith comes into play because in the sneak peeks, Rick and Michonne are gone. And if he does what he does in the comic book series, he will bring Carl back after messing with him back to Alexandria. Now, he didn't see Judith the first time that he was there, and I was talking with some friends, and we thought it would just be a complete huge mind thing with Rick if, you know, he picked up Judith and was like, oh, I love babies, I love children, and we didn't know how Rick or Michonne or Carl would react to that, if they would freak out and, you know, try and hurt Negan or anything like that. But with him being gone and Carl being brought back to his house, I think it's an absolute possibility that Negan does meet Judith this time, and I have no idea how that's going to go, but I think it'll be really awesome if he does find Judith. And now for what I referenced earlier in the video. If there is 2 more deaths, I personally think that they will be Olivia, and I think it will be Spencer. Just because I think it's possible maybe if Daryl comes back, if something happens there, if Negan was to kill somebody else, I think Olivia would be a good target to get back at Daryl. Or something of that nature. I think that it might even be Crossfire. Something happens and she dies. Now, as far as Spencer goes, he's been following pretty closely with his comic book counterpart, and I think that he will get his comic death, which for people who don't know, he will go to Negan and try and make some sort of deal, try and apologize, and Negan will rip open his stomach and say like, oh, you got guts, you aren't gutless after all. I think that'll be a really good mid-season finale. Also, in the sneak peeks, we see what appears to be Rick and Aaron hopping over a gate that says keep out or something of that nature. I would like to think that that is the kingdom. I would really like for them to somehow in these next 2 episodes bring in the kingdom, have somebody discover it, Rick, Michonne, somebody, so where we could get some forces together. Now, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Jesus, but I think that Jesus is probably going to hop off the truck first to try and show Carl, and Carl's not going to do it and do something childish and immature and, you know, take out some saviors. But I think that there will still be Jesus there, so now he'll know where the sanctuary compound is, so we can get information that way. I think for the moment, at least for the mid-season finale and this episode, I think Oceanside is kind of out of the picture. I don't think we'll see them until a little bit later on. If Negan does end up coming back to Alexandria, we'll probably see some other characters. We'll probably see some more of Rosita as well, with her and Spencer at odds right now over the gun the guns that Spencer hid. I think they'll probably have some arguments. They'll probably not be moving in together anytime soon like they were going to. But as far as other characters go, probably I don't think that we'll be seeing them, like Tara, I mean, he's obviously out of the picture. I don't know if we'll see Father Gabriel. It's definitely a possibility if he's the one babysitting Judith like he normally is. But characters like Tobin and the more background Alexandrians, I don't know if we'll see a lot of, possibly just a little bit of Olivia. But I think it's definitely going to focus on the main people at this point in time. So probably Carol, Morgan, Maggie, Sasha. I don't even know if we'll see Maggie and Sasha again by the time the mid-season finale rolls around. But definitely Rick, Michonne, Carl, possibly Judith. But yeah, guys, that's all for my predictions. I'll make a reaction video to tonight's episode, and let's see how everything goes. Thanks, like and subscribe. Bye.